Shalom, shalom. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites coming week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America. This place is pretty much finished. You know, we just wait, patiently waiting till the Lord come back and utterly waste this place. And so like it's some background noise. But with that being said, I want to constantly give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Giving double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect, and shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity, and shalom to the few sisters that watch. So, you know, we just coming back another week, man. Every week is something more and more being brought forth by our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai to be exact. So, hey, Saudi Arabia dropped the petrodollar, man. You know, so we're gonna go and kind of go into what that is, man. You know, bring out an article and how it's gonna affect Babylon the Great, because it's definitely gonna affect Babylon the Great, man. So we'll start out in the book of 2nd Hedges, chapter 15. At verse 1, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai." So that's what we're doing. We bringing forth the words of prophecy, man. You know, these are not our words, man. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is speaking through his prophets. You know, we are bringing forth what is taking place throughout the earth, you know, in live time, in real time, so to speak, you know, and filtering these things through the scriptures, man, which were written aforetime, man. So it's nothing new that's going on, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai spoke of these things in the past, you know, through the prophets, man. You know, the things that took place back then are the same things that are happening now, you know, but this time, man, you know, the end is going to be manifested. And it's going to happen in our lifetime. And it's a beautiful thing that we get to see it. So, you know, Babylon the Great is falling right before our eyes. And that's something to celebrate. You know, even though we're going to suffer in the process, it's still a beautiful thing, man, to see this wicked kingdom go down, man. Thinking about the atrocities that were brought forth, you know, upon the Israelites, man. You know, we served out our sentence, punishment, so to speak, here in Babylon the Great, as well as around the world. But hey, here in Babylon the Great, man, our slavery built this place into the most powerful rulership ever established, man. And these devils, they don't want to equate that to being biblical. So like, you know, they don't want to equate that to being a biblical thing, even though it is. So, we'll go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it." What it's going to tell you, it says, "It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." The time of Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, man. You know, and that's just one step, man. Saudi Arabia dropping the petrodollar is another step towards Jacob's trouble, which is gonna cause inflation. Hey, man, inflation all the way around. So Jake might be getting raises on his job, but it's not taking effect, man. But you still have these people out here that's happy Babylon the Great. You know, being somewhat optimistic. You know, not really paying attention to what's going on around them, man. You know, I was talking to a Jake, and I said, man, you see Russia got ships over there in Cuba now, man. You know, they right here. He was like, man, I'm just trying to see when we can be able to visit Cuba. Just totally blew it off. Not knowing the time, not knowing the temperature, man. That's why our Lord Yahweh Shah says he gonna come as a thief in the night. Because Jake ain't paying attention, he ain't taking heed to what's going on. But hey, soon he gonna find out, man. All your dreams and aspirations are gonna be crushed here in Babylon the Great. Because you're putting all your trust in this system and Esau Edom that's running the system, and not putting your faith in Yahweh Shem Shah, man. So once again it says, book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the elect is the only people that's gonna be saved out of this kingdom, man. When the destruction takes place. And believe me, it's coming. You know, hey, you ain't gotta take my word for it, man. Just read the scriptures, man. Destruction is coming to Babylon the Great, aka America, man, by way of nuclear missiles. You know, Russia has deemed America an enemy for the first time ever, man. Official enemy. So Yahweh Shem Shah is moving these prophecies forward. And man, we getting to see it, man. We just got to do our part and please the Lord, man. And pray that he has mercy on us so we can get up out of here, man. So, you know, let's see. You know, people constantly equate the scriptures to being something, you know, loving, caring, which they are. You know, the Lord loves his people. But there's also another side of it, man. You know, it's another side of it. Before you get that happiness and peace, you got to go through struggle. You got to go through punishment. You got to go through death. You got to go through plagues. You got to go through famine. The Lord is testing. The Lord is testing his people out to see who is going to endure until the end, man. You know, it ain't going to be no cakewalk. You know, you don't get no reward, just participation award like they do here in Babylon the Great. You know, hey, man, the Lord's mentality, if you ain't finishing first, you last. And the only people that's going to make it is the elect. You got, hey, man, effeminates, all kind of madness going on. You know, you got this wicked month, so-called Pride Month. You know, and the Lord hates pride, and he definitely hates sodomites. So, you know, hey man, this place gotta go. You know, this is the wickedest kingdom ever established, man. You know, Babylon the Great goes all around the world, taking land, killing people, raping, robbing, and then hide their hand, man. So this place gotta go. You know, and Jake that want to make a place here, they totally disregard all that, man. You know, and they want to holler on Jesus, 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 Jesus. All my signs, man. It's a lot. Jesus, which is this guy. And the Apostle Gabar went into it, man. You know, Jesus goes back to some rapids Christians, man. You know, a made up false idol. And the same thing is continuing on here now, man. So, concerning, you know, people that want to make a place here and want to call on Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Like, what's the day? Saturday, man. You're going to have a whole bunch of people in the Christian church smiling and laughing, not knowing what's to come. So we'll go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2. I gotta see where it is. All right. It says, see where I want to start. So like, Salaki. And it's going into, you know, the same thing, man, like we talking about. Rebellious house. Rebellious nation. Really, we can read the whole thing, man. But we'll start at verse 8. But, you know, this whole chapter is great, man. Going into, you know, the rebellious house of Israel, man. The same people that's dwelling on the earth today. Babylon, South America, North America, Central America, the Caribbeans, the Israelites. Let's see. We'll start at verse 8. It says, "But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee." So don't be like the rest of these people out here, man. You know, open your mouth and eat what the Lord gives you, man. And what is that? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, man. You know, the truth of the scriptures. Not what the wicked pork chop pastors telling you, not what the wicked Israelites, you know, within these camps are telling you, man. But the truth, man. You know, that's brought forth through the apostles and elders of GMS on down, you know, through, you know, from Yahweh Shai, man. It says, "But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee." It says, "And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein." And what's that? The scriptures, man. It says, "And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe." And when you go into those words, matter of fact, you know, when you lament for something, man, you're mourning. It's all the same, you know. Lamentation, mourning, and woe is all the same. Signs keep falling, Salaki. You know, you go into moaning, sigh, moan. Mourning, it says, a muttering, a sighing, mourning sound tell. It says rumbling, growling, moaning. You know, we know what that is. Woe, it says lamenting and wailing. You know, hey man, a whole lot of sadness. Matter of fact, let's get the definition of it. You know, according to the you know, the worldly definition. Lamentation is a passionate expression of grief, Salaki, or sorrow, weeping. And woe is the same, mourning is the same. So that's what's contained within these scriptures, man. Not just prosperity, love. You know, it's a whole nother side, because the Yahweh Shai is deals with balance, man. Everything is balanced. When you got evil, you got good. When you got sadness, you got happiness, man. The Lord is not just one way according to the word. You know, how the world thinks the Lord is just one way, all loving the world. Oh, he love the world. Even if you don't believe in the Lord, he still love you, man. Which is total nonsense, man. You got heathen that don't even acknowledge the Lord, but he still love them. Hey man, Christianity did a number on these people over here, man. So like sign keep falling. Saw the camp the Edelmanat Azakbar did last night, man. He dealt with 2 bug outs, Christians, you know, suspected Edomites that could not receive the word at all, man. They couldn't get basic knowledge of what he was saying. He was explaining it as plain as day, and they still couldn't get it. You know, that's what Babylon the Great has done to the citizens here, man. Totally wiped their brains and put a bunch of nonsense in it, man. But that's why you got the men out on the highways and hedges to bring this forth. And then you got the Christian church learning from the Israelites, not even giving a bit of credit, you know, like Elder Apostle Hart brought out today. A church in Atlanta right here, Berea something, Atlanta Berean Church. Hey, they going into the beast, man. They going into the beast. They going into the dragon. The deadly wound. They going into all that, man. Where they get that from? The Israelites. How the deadly wound was healed. The 1,000 years, they going into all that. Clearly, they got that from the Israelites, man. So, regardless of that, the word is going out, as you can see, and it's taking effect throughout the earth, man. It's having effect throughout the earth. Now, you know, you got southern, the southern, the Salaki, the Southern Baptist Conference, I think it is, Salaki, I'm drawing a blank. You know, they banning women from preaching. And who brought that forth, man? The Israelites did. So, hey man, the word is going out and it's taking effect, man. You know, what we're doing is a great feat, man. And we won't be stopped because we backed by the Most High and His Son, man. The greatest powers we can ever think of, man. So this word is taking effect. You know, even though sometimes we seem like, you know, it may seem, you know, taxing or whatever. But, hey, it's all worth it in the end, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is working through his men, man. And it's beautiful. You got Vocab Malone stalking the Israelites all across the world, losing his mind. Just give up, man. You see we ain't going nowhere. But, you know, everybody got their lot. All right, so let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16. Hey, man, and this is going into what's to come, man. Jacob's trouble is the beginning of the true downfall of Babylon the Great, man. Once Jacob's trouble is ushered in, ain't no turning back. This place is done. This place is already done. Once Jacob's trouble starts, we know it's on and popping, man. You know, brother, hey, we always talk, man. We ready to get out of here. You know, we ready to see this kingdom fall. And we know we gonna have casualties, man. It's gonna be casualties. But we know what the ultimate goal is, and we know the end. So we ain't worried about it, man. All right, it's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, woe is me. And we just went over, man. What, you know, woe. You know, hey, grief, sorrow, mourning, lamentation. So he's lamenting, man. He's lamenting. Like, boy, hey, it's the worst. It's the worst it can get. Woe is me, woe is me. Who would deliver me in those days? It's a question being asked by Hedges. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. We just went over, man. That's what's contained within the scriptures, man. You know, you gotta have that lamentation, mourning, and woe before you get to that championship, man. But we know it's gonna be a whole lot of victims out here, if you want to call them that. I know the Lord don't see them as that. They sinners, wicked, They gonna fall victim to the destruction, man. They gonna fall victim to Esau Edom when he bring this pain to them, man. You know, when these troops start walking the streets, when these criminals start roaming the streets, and ain't no police officers to save, especially Eve, as well as the rest of the nation, man. Women, you know, it's gonna be all out chaos. If you look at that movie The Purge, you get a clear understanding of what's gonna be happening here in Babylon the Great. You know, they make it seem like it's a game for one day, but that's gonna be forever until the Lord bring that destruction, man. So it's verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death. So this ain't that nice, you know, like the Christian church and the rest of these Christians that have you think, man. Like that Christian that couldn't get it yesterday when the elder was trying to explain to him something that was simple and plain as day. That Christian is gonna believe that until the destruction comes, man. He really truly believes that the Lord loves everybody. And man, that concept has been that lie has been proven to be false over and over and over and over again. That's why you got people leaving the Christian church in droves, man, because they coming to understand it's a lie. And the ones that stand now, the pastors are trying to get with the program and learn from the Hebrew Israelites, so they could keep the rest of their congregation, man. The people ain't falling for that nonsense no more, man. You know, you still got something that's gonna be blinded, which the majority is gonna be blinded, but you still got a lot that's waking up to this truth, man. This truth is going all throughout the earth. All right, back to the book of 2nd Esdras. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And those days are talking about the present day in time, which also goes into reincarnation. Because how would the prophet Esdras say, who would deliver me in those days, man? It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. And we see the beginning of wars starting to take place right now, man. You got Russia, hey, man, within throwing distance of Babylon the Great, in Cuba, and Cuba is welcoming it, man. So it ain't gonna take long for that missile to hit Babylon the Great, man. Yahweh Shimei Shai strategically moving them chess pieces, man, where he want them to go. Hey, man, before you know it, this place is gonna be surrounded by all nations, not just Russia. You're gonna have all nations on the coast, east and the west, man, ready to flame this place, man. And once you see that, you know it's on, man. People act like Russia ain't got no allies, man. Ukraine is just a drop in the bucket to Russia, man. That ain't nothing. You know, Babylon the Great is trying to fight its war through Ukraine. And they taking mass casualties, man. Hey, to the point where they got people, they plucking people off the streets to fight the war, man. And getting obliterated over there. You know, but the media won't show you that part. Man, Russia is a power not too far behind Babylon the Great, if not more. You know, they got more missiles. So don't hey, they got the masses fooled. You know, they still want to believe in that American pride, that American superiority, which is no more, man. Like I say, Saudi Arabia, and various other nations are ditching the dollar, man. The BRICS they ditching the dollar, man. And you got more and more countries joining. All right, let's see, verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of mournings, the beginning of famine, and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Verse 19, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So, hey man, it ain't called karma. You know, you still hear people hollering that out. It's not karma, man. You know, what you do comes back. You know, you go throughout the earth causing evil, being destructive. You know, whether it's Babylon the Great or the people that dwell in Babylon the Great, you know, Jake, you know, Esau, whoever. You gotta get it back, man. You gotta atone for what you've done. It says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So you know, Jake gonna see people out here dropping like flies. Just like now, man, you see people out here struggling, man. Homelessness rising, food prices are through the roof. People don't know where they're gonna get their next meal from. But you still got people that want to hit the club. You still got people that want to buy their Gucci. You still got people that want to floss up and down, ride up and down the road, cruising, you know, with their toys and stuff, man. You know, but it's gonna come a time where you ain't gonna be able to avoid that, man. When you pull out your yard and your toy, and you got somebody right there standing, ready to take that toy, which that's going on now. But it's gonna be more prevalent, man. And these things are becoming a normal thing here in Babylon the Great. You know, people getting blasted in broad daylight, man. You know, Yahweh Shimmy Shah putting spirits on people. Hey, to carry out acts that people would deem to be wicked. Right here in Atlanta, man, the other day, you had a Jake go shoot up the food court. Then you had another Jake that witnessed it, you know, and he was giving an interview, and you could see the spirits on it, man. You know, he was telling it, hey man, I'm bipolar, manic, I ain't had my medicine in 2 weeks. Then all of a sudden, that same Jake that did the interview, when it hijacked the bus, first he got in a fight. So some other, I don't know if he was a Jake or whatever, but he thought he was a superhero, pulled his gun on the Jake. The Jake that was having a mental issue, that beat up the other guy, took the gun and killed the Jake, man. Killed the Jake that brought the gun to break up the fight. So Yahweh Shimmy Shah is using spirits, man, to take out, to eliminate the people that he don't want. You know, true, yeah, he had mental issues. You know, the white media won't tell you that. You know, and you wouldn't even knew that if that interview wasn't available, man. You would have thought it was just a Jake that went and did something crazy, man. Then you had another Eve that had spirits on her when it stabbed up a 3-year-old, man, in broad daylight. So these things are becoming normal here in Babylon the Great. All right, the book of 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21, it says, behold, victuals, food is that, you know, victual, shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So yeah, you know, you can go get some old junk, garbage food from McDonald's and the rest of these other fast food restaurants, man, for a little bit of nothing. You know, they ain't got the dollar menu no more, but they, you know, the food is fairly cheap. But it ain't really food, you know, it's chemicals and a whole bunch of other garbage, man. Fillers. So, you know, right now, you know, people, hey, it's cheaper to go to a fast food restaurant and get that garbage than it is to go to a grocery store, man. You know, the so-called good food, the organic food, you definitely can't afford that. You know. shall be saved out of it. The elect shall be saved out of it, man. That's why we come out on the highways and hedges, doing the will of the Lord, man. How about Shimmy Shy? So we can, so we can have that hedge of protection in those days, you know, because it's gonna be brutal out here, man. You know, and a lot of people ain't gonna make it, man. A lot of people that we know are not gonna make it through that. That's why we got to be rooted in these scriptures, man, because it's going to be like a time never before, man. You know, we ain't never really seen no bodies, mass amounts of bodies dropping like they doing over there in Gaza, Palestine. Hey, man, those people seeing bodies piled up on the street, man. It's going to be like that over here in Babylon the Great. You know, we ain't used to that. You know, them people, hey, they used to it, man. And you can see, even though they see it all the time, it's still shocking. It's still terror. You can see the terror in their eyes. But wait till the Lord start to bring that terror here to Babylon the Great, man. To the number one enemy of the Israelites, man, Esau, Edom. So you know it's gonna be all out destruction, man. So, you know, we went into Saudi Arabia dropping the US dollar, you know, the petrodollar. So let's go into what the petrodollar is. It says petrocurrency or petrodollar is a word used with three distinct meanings, often confused. Dollars paid to oil-producing nations. Petrodollar. It says a term invented in the 1970s meaning trading surpluses of oil-producing nations. Currencies of oil-producing nations which tend to rise in value against other currencies when the price of oil rises. So Babylon the Great ain't gonna have a dog in the fight, man. Where they gonna make up that money from, man? You know, if you trading of your petrodollars and the most producing country that produces oil drop it, you got to make that up somewhere, man. So we gonna see food prices skyrocket. We gonna see taxes skyrocket. All because they trying to make that dollar up, man, which they'll never be able to because Babylon the Great is in debt so far they'll never get out of it. It says pricing of oil in US dollars, currency used as a unit of account to price oil in the international market. Which is a major thing. Let's see, it says potential to disrupt the global financial order. So Saudi Arabia dropping the petrodollar definitely is gonna have, definitely gonna disrupt the global financial order. It's going to. No way around it. Yeah, Jake pulled in. See me right here, and hey. All right, you got. It says, however, the petrodollar dominance may be facing the most significant challenge yet. The agreement between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia expired on June the 9th, 2024. Says this expiration has far-reaching implications as it has the potential to disrupt the global financial order. The shifting powers dynamic in the oil market are a critical factor in this development. The rise in alternative energy sources, such as renewables and natural gas, has reduced the world's reliance of oil. Furthermore, the emergence of new oil-producing nations such as Brazil and Canada has challenged the traditional dominance of the Middle East. Hold on for a second, Salaki. All right, look like Issachar pulled up. I guess they about to do some landscaping. So I'm gonna cut the live and go to the other location. I was just trying to beat this heat, man. But yeah, we're gonna go to the other location and start the live back up. So Salakia for that. Shalom.